Welcome back. Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy. And this is one of my Blade Show 2018 scores. And after I got this in hand, this knife really made sense to me in a lot of ways. And that is the Knives produced Wasabi. And this is a collaboration with, I think it's BRR Knives. I'll be more well prepared in the full review, but figured I'd give y'all my quick first impressions and a good look at the knife. Start out, you have this absolutely gorgeous Wharncliffe blade, just beautiful. And if you look at the knife, it almost looks like the blade is too big to fit in the handle. That's because it has perfect 1-to-1 blade to handle ratio. And you know, right off the bat, if you look at this, usually when it comes to a bead blast finish, you know, that's a deal killer for me for the most part. I hate a bead blast finish, but with Knives, they do a different type of blast finish. They do a bead blast polish, and what that does is it seals up the pores more, so you don't have these large craters to create rust pockets in there. So I don't mind this as much. Now, would I have liked to see a different finish? Yeah, probably so. But it looks so classy. It's hard for me to complain about it. So I'm okay with that, obviously, because I bought it. And then you have an absolutely sterile blade on this side. I don't know what this little hump is for. Maybe just aesthetics only. But you have this almost completely full length swedge up there that just adds an extra pop to the knife, at least in my opinion. It almost looks like a hawk bill because of that swedge. And then you flip it over on this side, and it once again pretty much completely sterile except for the BRR Knives logo, which looks like a squid or something to me with an eyeball. I don't know. I like it. And whip out those magnifying glasses so you can see. I don't think I can get it to, let's see if I can get it to zoom in there. I mean, it's so tiny, which, hey, I'm fine with that as long as it has the marking on there. But my camera's not going to play nice, but that is, you just have to take my word on it, that is Bowler M390. Got some lube up in the way right there. But y'all just have to take my word on it, and that's what it is. This knife came with the little limited, I think it was a limited production piece or something like that. Just an extra little certificate that comes in the box. These come in the box rather than the little zipper pouch, which I'm fine with. I don't use either one of those anyway. They usually just go in a separate box just to store away, just if I ever sell the knife. Then close this guy up, and as you can see, when the knife is open, you don't see any flipper tab, and that is because when you close it up, you have a very minimalistic flipper tab, which is very well done. You have chamfers all the way around it, and it's more of like a push button light switch combo, so it's a hybrid. But that sucker rockets out. Look at that. Woo! Nice drop shut action. It would be even better fall shut action, but it does have a good bit of lock bar tension, which I'm okay with. It'll start wearing in more and more. And look at that. I mean, I'm still super satisfied with that action. Your handles, it's a very plain looking knife. I call it the Brian Speck knife because it has no flashiness to it whatsoever. You have this very lightly blasted handle scales, which this is a perfect platform for an anodization, which I will definitely be doing. Give me some suggestions down below what y'all think. I was really thinking a good copper patina look would go great on here, and I don't know if I'll mess with the blade or not, but if so, I might go with like a dark bronze with some green speckles in there with a copper wash on the blade. Like I said, I might leave that blade alone, but the scales will probably definitely eventually get anodized, if not by me. You have a nice relief right there with some texturing to disengage that lock bar. And the lock is sitting around, I'd call it 30%, which is good to go with me. I don't like it any earlier than that because I want to make sure I got a nice solid lock up. You have standard T8 Torx right here with that Wheat logo. And I'll say these Torx right here are probably some of the best. Let me see. Let me get my Torx drivers. Some of the best Torx that I've seen we do. And they do some excellent torque. Let's see if I can show this. Look at this. That's how much play. I don't know if it's coming across, but like literally hardly any play. And one of these, I don't know which one it is, but it's such a perfect tight fit that it almost got stuck in there, which I love to see that. We does their own hardware, so they can dial it in to the best tolerances they can, and I think that's awesome. Closed, I think the knife looks beautiful closed. Like I said, it's not a flashy knife by any means, but it's very well done. On this side, you can see you have your Torx T8 on all the rest of the knife. I love the way they blind screwed these, this pocket clip. Pocket clip works great, just like the rest of Wee's pocket clips. The retention is a little bit stronger than normal, but it goes in and out of the pocket really nicely. Here's my simulated pocket right here. Oh, let me grab the other one. Got the wider simulated pocket. And goes in the pocket nicely with not much sticking out. That's about, how much I like sticking out if it's not a deep carry. I don't want any more than that if I don't have to. And there you go. Even more goes into the pocket with a slanted pocket. You're not going to come in contact with that blade when it's closed, or at least I can't come in contact. It looks like it's closed, but I mean literally I have to dig my finger down in there to actually touch it right there. But from right here you can see my finger is not coming close to that blade. They got just a plain titanium backspacer. Like I said, this is just a blank canvas for some nice anodizing. And look at this 1-to-1 blade to handle ratio. I mean, it's borderline too close, but look, I mean, like I can rub my finger right here. You really have to push hard, and you barely nick that that Wharncliffe blade. Being that the tips going downward right there, you don't really have to worry about just regular rubbing your finger like that. I'm not catching it. I mean, if I really push my finger right there, I can grab it, but it's not a concern for me. Perfect centering. Actually, it might be a little bit over to the right side, and that's my fault because I did take the knife down to clean it and lube it because I just can't leave good enough alone, and I just probably need to tweak that a little bit. But it was dead on centered whenever I got it. It looks like it's off to the right just a hair, not an issue. It stays smooth regardless. It was cranked down whenever I got it, and it was nice and smooth. Whoops, my fault. So like I said, it's more of a plain looking knife, but that blade design with that swedge just looks great. And oh yeah, in hand, this is another thing that really sold me on this knife. And the saber grip, it is super comfortable in my medium-sized hands. The hammer grip is really comfortable. This grip is really comfortable, and all this is because there's no crazy choils going on this handle. You can do this grip, but I didn't use it as much, being that it's such a long blade. I couldn't really get to the end of that tip. And in the reverse grip, if you holding it like hammer grip, reverse grip, it's pretty good, but my thumb's not, my hands aren't big enough to kind of wrap around there, so it's more comfortable in the hammer grip. All right, real quick, I'll show some size comparisons, and then we'll shut this one down, being that this isn't the full review. The Kaiser SLT, these two are almost identical in size, if not identical. They have just about the same exact handle length, grip area, about identical blade size. So if you have the SLT, you have a good idea on the size of the Wasabi. I love the name too. Another Wharncliffe is the Microtech Sigil MK6. These two are really close in size as well. On your Wasabi, you have more of that straight Wharncliffe rather than this one with a little bit of gradual belly on it. And this one's a lot more expensive. I think this one come in at $270. I think it was. Um, Another common knife, the Ontario Rat Model 1. And the Rat Model 1 has just a titch longer blade, not by much. And large Insingo Nkosi. It's a little bit shorter. And one more, just because it's here, Spyderco Delica 4. And it dwarfs the Delica 4. So there you go. Oh yeah, one more thing that they did a great job, like they always do. Of doing the milled out pockets. I mean, they milled out everywhere that there you can see the screws for the blind screws on the pocket clip. And look at that. Love it. They do such a good job of, lightening it up as much as they possibly can without messing with the integrity of the knife. Definitely well done. You don't have any sharp areas. Everything's nice and chamfered. And that point right there, it's not sharp or anything. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. So there you go. If you're looking for the full review of this guy, as soon as I had enough time to carry it, it might take me a little longer than normal because I got quite a few blades in for review and to do first impressions from Blade Show. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with all your friends and family and your social networks. And if you like my videos in general and you're not already, hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, on side of the subscribe button, there's that little bell button. Click it. It'll send you a reminder anytime I have a new video. YouTube's new algorithms like to hide videos sometimes from people. So if you want to make sure you get my content all the time, hit that bell button. And you definitely want to do it because as soon as I eventually hit my 2,000 subscriber marker, I will be doing a nice giveaway to show my appreciation to all you great people that I've been interacting with for the last year and a half now, or year and a couple months. So now I'm just rambling. Hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.